Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jared from Random Hardware, and today we get to finally take a look at the Loop Coaster. It was showed up today on shop.lego.com, and so we can now finally look at it. It will be released on July 5th, or if you're a VIP member, it will be released on July 1st. It comes in with 3,756 pieces for $400 US. So to begin with, we're going to just take a quick look at this first image here. We're just going to go straight through the images. Love the way that the set already looks from the beginning. Obviously you have the nice little lift mechanism here using this nice little chain system. Goes around, and it looks like, I believe in one of the other images we'll see kind of a dumbwaiter system. So I'm assuming if you turn this to bring the cart all the way up to the top, the dumbwaiter will just lower it back down. Hopefully not too fast so it won't break, or you may have to control its descent. I do also know that you can use power-up items for the set to make it mechanized. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, because it's not like the loop goes all the way around and then comes back and around. So I'm sure that there's something you'll have to do to make it work better so that it doesn't break. Other things I've noticed, of course, is you do have the nice little entry system here. I think there's a better picture later, but I do love the "you must be this tall to ride" sign. It's always cool to watch and see. So first impressions, just from this picture, look really good. So we'll go ahead and jump to our next image. This is of the front of the box. Obviously, the box is going to be quite large. This set is not a small set. It's over 3,000 pieces, almost 4,000. And it's got some big pieces, and I'm assuming that those support pieces are going to be rather large. So having a big box is completely understandable. It is a displayable box if you don't plan on taking it apart and removing the stuff out of the box and flat packing it. You would be able to display it, but again, it's going to be a large box. So good images on the front, and of course we can see just that nice little loop coaster icon on the front. Fairground collection. I'm starting to like this idea of a fairground collection. Then of course here we have the next image, again showing that "you must be this tall to enter the ride" kind of sign. It looks like don't do a couple things, and the main entrance. And we see the loop here in action as it comes down and goes through the loop. So cool to see. I'm really interested to see how this works in its final takes and see how that whole mechanism works. Actually too, I think right here you can see the back of what looks like the dumbwaiter. So good to see that stuff there. Here too we also have another image of the loops themselves. There's a lot of these nice little light orange, yellowish orange track pieces on here, which might explain a little bit of the cost. We'll talk about that in a second. But a good use of those pieces indeed. Next image again is of the loop in action, but we also have this nice little camera. You know how they like to do those on the rides where you get that snapshot of people screaming. Well, that's what that is for this set. And actually, one of the other images we'll get to in a second shows a bit more of that picture element, which I like. Here we see the mechanism. It's just another turn wheel just to be able to bring that lift up and down. And I'm sure you can just plug in the motor directly to this area and you'll be able to motorize that function. Again, I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but it is nice to know because on the back of the box, as we'll get to in a minute, it does show power functionality. Here we have the nice little entrance area to the carts. You notice they have that infamous little dual globe light thing going on that you usually see in a fairground ride where they just blink to death. That's actually pretty cool to see in the set. And of course, here's the recreation of those people getting their photos taken as they're upside down on the cart and screaming their heads off. I like that it does show that here. You'll see that in a lot of real fairgrounds. For a lot of rides, they will add the pictures to the incoming or the outgoing part when you get off the rides so that you can buy your picture of you screaming to death. Finally, we get to the picture that's going to probably describe a lot of this set. This set is big. So width-wise, it's only about 13.5 inches deep. So setting it on a smaller shelf wouldn't be a bad thing. But that's when you're going to enter your other problem. So it's about 34 inches wide from here to about here is about 34 inches. And then height-wise, this reaches a max height of 36 inches. That's 3 feet tall. This thing's huge. I can't understate that enough. It kind of matches with its price of $400. It's huge. It's just a gorgeous looking set though. It's very tall. So if you have like IKEA shelves, you're going to obviously have to adjust the height to match. So if you've got like the Lord of the Rings tower set, this would be a good set with it, or any of those taller sets. this will definitely work as a display piece with those, depending on the size of the shelf that you have available for it. If you're building, though, a fairground set and you happen to have the older roller coaster, then this will work perfectly with this, the Ferris wheel, and the merry-go-round. This will make just a really nice fairground kind of setup. That'll be pretty cool. They also have that new set that was just released for the farm set with a little spinning coaster. So I think that'll be pretty cool to add. So if you've got all of those sets, this will just make a really nice fairgrounds kind of setup. I like it. But yeah, it's tall. It's tall. It's 3 feet tall. I'll end up repeating that about 12 times. This set is 3 feet tall. The other thing too is that the piece count on this was 3,756 pieces for 400. The older coaster set was 4,124, but I believe its price tag was only $300. I could be a little wrong. Even if it's $350, it's still a big difference in the prices, but you see a lot of the ingenuity done, especially for the support system on this set. That might be where a lot of the cost has gone, is some of these support pieces may not be normal pieces. I haven't seen the part list for this yet. I don't know if the building instructions have been uploaded yet. Not yet. So unable to tell what kind of new pieces this set may have. So we just don't know where a lot of the cost is just yet. And it could also, of course, be from inflation. We talked a little bit about that earlier. And of course, we have our new figures for the set. We have quite a few people that are visiting the site. We have a couple of the employees. We've got a nice little pretzel cart here, a hot dog stand here with a little visiting squirrel hoping for some food that it's just going to kite and steal. A couple people getting some hot dogs. Just a very nice looking selection of minifigures. 8, 10, 12, 13 figures. That's not too bad. 11. I was off by 2. So there's 11 figures that come with a set. That's not too bad. And again, a picture of the back of the box. Here's that explanation of the power-up functionality. If you add the control hub and one of the servo engines, then this has a possibility of doing quite a bit. Again, I'm not sure how that works in terms of this up and down section here for the dumbwaiter. I just don't know how that's going to work with power-up functionality yet. I cannot wait to see somebody plug one of these in and show that off. So again, we'll go ahead and take a look. This is the only Lego picture I'm going to pull up. You know I'm against Lego pictures, but this one here just happens to show the size of this unit. That is taking up a whole table, a whole console table there, and its height is just really tall. I like where they put it though, underneath the staircase, so it actually looks kind of cool going into that. But in terms of display ability, it's a big set. So if you're ready for that, that's one thing. Now, in terms of collectors or investors, the last roller coaster set, as soon as it went off the market, skyrocketed in price, and it's still holding really well on the Bricklink secondary market. So yeah, it's going to be an investment piece for sure. It doesn't hurt that it's a nice looking unit and that the display boxes are actually nice looking too. So yeah, this will be an easy one to invest in. $400 is a bit steep on the price. Like I said, the other coaster was a bit cheaper, but you got more with it. So we'll have to see where the price difference really is there. It could be because of the economy. We talked about that before. I don't know. We'll have to see. So in terms of anything else, if you happen to have Honey, I'm sure this will be on some sort of deal as soon as the set comes out. No, I'm not affiliated with Honey, but Honey, if you'd like to sponsor me, I wouldn't mind that at all. So I think it'd be a great set. There's a good chance to save a little bit of money when you purchase it. So it's a nice collection. And don't forget also too, if you are currently looking to buy any sets, if you spend $150, they're doing that Forest Man Hideout set as a gift with purchase right now. If you spend $150, I don't know how much longer that's going to last, because it is until stock is gone, and their last couple stocks disappeared quickly. So this may be a short-term thing as well. So it might be a good piece. But friends, if you liked or hated it, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, keep investing, keep having fun.